welcome to my latest vlog. As you can see here, I'm here with an owl. In Auckland there's over 47 owls, and it's a bit of a treasure hunt, and the app in itself is really unique, and I think something that a lot of L&D people and practitioners could learn from. Basically it's the Art Society individuals have created these different owls which will be auctioned off at the end of the time, I think it's May, to raise funds for child cancer, which I just think is an amazing thing to do. All of them have been created by local artists, some of them children, around Auckland, and it's a bit of a treasure hunt, so you can actually go around and look for these 47 owls on an app and at the same time fundraise for child cancer. Fantastic. So why am I telling you this? One of the things I've been thinking about is how we need to be thinking as learning and development practitioners, and one of the key things is actually now looking outside our industry for opportunities to create amazing learning that is not storyline or an e-learning module. I personally have a thought and feeling that probably in the next 3 to 4 years that whole idea of e-learning is going to be gone. I recently wrote an article on the LMS, and is the LMS dead? Well, I don't think it's dead, because there's always going to be compliance and tracking and reporting requirements. However, I think, as Dechebo's CEO says, it'll be hidden in plain sight, so I really love that. So the owl, so what's that about? So my thought is, take that as an example. That is an app. Well, first of all, they've collaborated to do good. I think that's awesome. How can L&D practitioners collaborate to do good? Number one. Number two is, this is an app that is like a location-based app. It's a treasure hunt. So thinking about that for learning and development, what about induction programs, for example? Could you actually use that? You know, some large organisations in New Zealand are in buildings of 5, 6, 10 floors. Imagine having an induction program that was an app that actually allowed them to walk around and find things. Okay, so you might not need to make an owl. That's kind of a large owl, but you might not need to have owls. Don't make it boring like a poster, but what sort of treasure hunt could you do to make your induction much more interesting and much more engaging, and not an e-learning piece or a PowerPoint sitting in a classroom or a document they just have to download and read? Food for thought, huh? Good luck with that, and if you want to talk about how you would actually make those location-based apps, let us know. We have found a supplier in the UK that can do that. Otherwise, just use Mr. Google. I'm sure there's people in New Zealand that can make these sort of apps. Good luck, and I look forward to hearing your successes. So, as we're talking about owls, we're now here at Auckland University. So, I was just thinking about I was actually on a run here, and I was running down thinking about a problem that we had about, you know, we tend to send most of our communications out by email. So I was thinking about a problem in the first instance. And as I was running down, I saw this sign behind me from Auckland University, so about staying connected. So it was obviously for new students. It was in early March. And I saw underneath that, and I don't know if you can see it in the sign behind me, what's on UOA WhatsApp. And I thought, oh, that's interesting. I wonder if WhatsApp can actually do group communications. So about 500 metres down the road, I stopped and checked my email, and sure enough, yes, you can do WhatsApp groups up to 256 people, very specific number there. So yeah, so I was thinking, oh, actually, well, maybe we could send some of our newsletters or our training courses, or just sort of general comms out on a WhatsApp group instead of sending emails all the time. So I guess that's my message, is that thinking about learning and development, what problems are you trying to solve, and how can you look outside the industry for solutions? And that's what I mentioned when we were talking about the owls. But the other thing is actually about being observant. I mean, I was running at something like 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning and saw that sign and was thinking, just happened to be thinking about a problem at the time. So I think there's a couple of things here. It's not just about looking outside our industry, it's about what problems are you trying to solve, and then being observant about what's going on around you, what's going on signage, what's going on social media, what's a really nice website you like, how could that relate? So all of those things, you need to not just be thinking about what's outside, but be observant as well. So I'm going to go and get out of this rain, and I'm heading back to Bali now, so 4 o'clock in the morning, a little message just for you. Great seeing you all, and I'll see you back in May. Bye! So here I am back in Bali, much better than 4 AM on the street in a raining, cold, watery Auckland. So as we talked about with the owls and with the WhatsApp example that I gave in the rain in Auckland, two of the things that were most important one was looking outside the industry for inspiration to create better e-learning and learning design, and
online learning experiences for people. But the other is also being observant, actually seeing what's going on around you, and not just in terms of what's actually going on physically in your environment, but actually thinking about things and thinking, okay, so how does that apply? So it could be websites that you like, it could be shows that you like, it could be apps that you like. There's all sorts of ways that you can be observant about what's going on around you. So this next example is an example where a company has taken a marketing scenario. So in the event of like campaigns, where you'd actually send out email campaigns, and actually attach that to learning to those that actually do the wrong thing on these campaigns. So essentially, many of you would have created e-learning for IT security. And specifically fish threat. So fish threat is where you would get an email that is actually phishing for information or phishing for data. So it looks like something from your bank or from your power company or from iTunes with a redeem card, etc. So essentially what this platform does is actually sends out campaigns or sends out emails. But the only people that get the training are the ones that click on those emails, and that training is actually auto attached to the campaign. So if, for example, a person's clicked on that email, they've got a landing page, whoops, that could have been a problem, and then they get the training that has been allocated to them. So the company's name is Sophos, and it's called Sophos Fish Threat. I'm going to show you a short video in a minute about what that is. Essentially, it is a back-end platform, so it's very personalised learning because only the people that need the training get the training. And the other thing is there is hundreds of learning already developed. So it's actually much, much quicker to deploy IT training than it is to actually sit down and have to design and develop and push it out, which can take weeks and weeks and weeks. This can be up and running as quick as a day. So it's really amazing. So let me show you a quick video. And this time I'll share my screen because this is take 2. And here we go.
People. We are fascinating creatures, aren't we? We build democracies. We explore the stars. We click on phony Amazon emails that lead us to phony Amazon sites where we fork over all of our personal details to some hood-wearing, chain-smoking, warehouse-squatting hacker on the other side of the world. Thankfully, there's Sophos Fish Threat, the only phishing training simulator available right alongside a complete selection of award-winning network and endpoint products. Protect your perimeter, protect your machines, and now train your users not to click on suspicious emails in the first place. You'll be up and running in minutes. Choose a campaign type, select one or more training modules, pick a simulated phishing message, and decide which users you'd like to test. Our top-notch reporting tells you how many messages have been sent out, who's clicked, and who's gone through training. Your end users enjoy informative, engaging training. You enjoy a powerful, effective anti-phishing solution that can be managed alongside a complete lineup of industry-leading security products. Fish Threat. Create a culture of careful clicking, only from Sophos.
So how amazing is that? Let me just unshare my screen. So I just think that's amazing. So that is a simulation for IT security, and it allows you to auto attach training to that. So I've got this feeling that in the next 3 to 4 years, probably e-learning in its current state with Storyline it's just slowly starting to dissipate around the edges with products like this, and I think we're going to see more and more of that. And that's a really big part of what I do in terms of going around the world and finding out, what are the best tools, what are the latest leading edge tools, who are the best people, what's the best methodology and techniques. So I love that. Obviously, I love to travel, and I get to do that as part of my job within Bloom. So if you are interested in that sort of IT training, which, as I say, is actually cheaper than creating e-learning and actually much faster to deploy, and it's innovative and personalised, let me know, because I'm more than happy to introduce you to how you can get access to that. Sophos does not sell direct, so there is one of the ways is to come through a partner, and we're the only partner here in New Zealand. So yeah, so I hope you've enjoyed that very quick tour of the way I think and the way we all need to be thinking in terms of looking outside the industry, for example, towards marketing, towards apps, to being observant no matter where you are. I think it's really important. So I hope you've enjoyed that, and I hope next month to bring you 3 more tools, and I'll be back in May for the New Zealand Association of Training Development Awards dinner, so I hope to see you there in your flash dresses or flash suits. And thank you for watching, and thank you for supporting Bloom and us as we grow and expand as we have been in the last 12, 24 months. Thanks, and we'll see you soon.